6. Also, don't forget when you're done bowling, if you'd like to get in and put your deposit in for next year's tournament, you can do that at check-in. Also, as soon as this is over with, we'll be cutting to our top 46. We'll be doing final games. Favorite bowlers, what's your score? We're ready to get a good score.
All right, Lee, you want to get in the camera? I don't know if somebody bumped our camera or what, but. And I guess we'll just get started without Brad, since he's not here. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike. This is Lee. Welcome to the last qualifying squad of the 2018 Hammer Holiday Doubles, otherwise known as the Annexation of Puerto Rico, which is what we're calling this live stream today. Because
why not?
Yeah, we just thought we'd have some fun with it. If you've ever seen the movie Little Giants, I've actually got it pulled up right here. It actually means it's a glorious football play popularized in the movie Little Giants. It's pretty much a center sneak. Quarterback hikes the ball, but the center just takes off running all the way down for the touchdown. And that's what we're calling this one, the Annexation of Puerto Rico. Presented by Hammer, our presenting sponsor here in Fairview Heights, Illinois at St. Clair Bowl. So we do have bowling happening here. Game number 1 just getting underway. We'll take you out there now. We have lanes 33 and 34 and lanes 35 and 36 for you up on the screen. That's what we've been featuring the entire weekend. And it's only those 4 lanes because, quite honestly, we're having some camera card issues. But we've got 4 lanes for you. And our booth cam, of course. And tomorrow we'll expand this booth camera, hopefully to be a wireless camera. Couldn't do it without Hammer. Hammer is the title sponsor of this event, has been for a few years now. And if you're thinking about a new bowling ball purchase, please make sure you go out and consider Hammer Bowling for your next bowling ball purchase. Also, InsideBowling.com, we do have a store. And today we've had about 35 orders, which has been pretty cool. We're doing $10 chamois today at InsideBowling.com. You can also save 15% at InsideBowling.com with coupon code YouTube. And tomorrow we're doing 20% off all day with coupon code Christmas. It's just a little weekend sale that we're doing here on Inside Bowling, and we're looking to upgrade and get some new equipment. So if you can support the stream and you're enjoying the bowling, we would certainly appreciate if you would get on board with helping us that way. It's always good to get something in return, and it is holiday shopping season, so it's a great opportunity to do so. Brad Miller joins us now,
gentlemen,
in the booth.
How we doing?
Doing well. Just going over all of our opening stuff. I want to thank Matt Schellebarger and the folks here at St. Clair Bowl for hosting the event. It is home of the McKendree Bearcats, as you may see out on the lanes, and the O'Fallon Panthers, the high school team, right, Lee?
That's correct.
Lanes 37 and 38, we really haven't talked about it a whole lot, just off to the right, but that is where the last ABC telecast was. We talked about it a lot last year and actually got told that we talked about it a little too much, but we have had some high-end bowlers, top decorated bowlers from all time in this event, and we have some tonight as well. Pete Weber, Don Barrett bowled last night in the first squad. In this particular squad, I know we have Jason Couch, Matt Sanders.
You want to talk about them?
Yeah, why don't you go through? Why don't you go through? Let us know who's on the squad.
All right, let's start on lane 3. Longtime duo in this tournament, Ben Tubbin and Nick Weber. Remember Nick Weber from the original InsideBowling.com.
Oh yeah, dude.
High stakes bowling with Brad Miller on the call.
What a dude! He's legendary.
Yeah.
And Ben Tobin runs he's the manager and owner of Plaza Lane. So
that's correct.
Pretty cool duo there.
They're crossing with Mark and Stephen Grimes. Lane 5, we respect his grind. George Gohagen III is crossing with his usual partner, Jordan Horns. Josh Ernst and Chris Steffen are their cross. Lane 7, Farrell Williams is crossing with Aaron
Juradovich.
That's not how it's spelled, so I never would have got that right.
Aaron Juradovich, yeah.
All right, Brandon, we're gonna phonetically spell this here.
It's spelled your touche.
Out of itch. It's actually not that bad. They're crossed with David Gray and Brandon Grant. Lane 9, Tricia Reed and Mike Haggett with Robert McGraw Sr. and Ron Yoshida. Lane 11, Steve Jarvis and Nick Devan. Lane 12, Matt Ogle and the Loesch himself, Chris Loeschetter. 13, Bob, Don't Call Me Barker Baker and Don Sweet. All right, we're already off the rails. Lane 14.
Well, you are.
You're right there with me, buddy. Raymond Rambo Lucier with PJ Haggerty, not PG Haggerty.
Yep. I'm rooting for them. They're going to win. That's my team.
260,000 Twitter followers, Rambo Ray.
I feel like I'm a part of their team.
Ray had a hard time getting here. Brad was going to bowl if
Ray didn't get here with his bowling balls.
Lane 15, Andrew Heritage and Cesar Benavides.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, it's Benavidez.
Well,
it's a D instead of a G.
I never would have got that right. Cesar, apologies. 16, Jason Hester and Chad Barnes. 17, Aaron Martin Jr. and Tommy Barish. Lane 18, Andrew Stone and Mike's favorite bowler to annoy to no end, Masters champion Tom Hess.
Yep.
Mike, why are you in the booth? Aren't you supposed to be shadowing Tom Hess?
Doesn't have the front 8 yet.
I'm waiting for him to bowl 210 the first game and not be able to blame me.
Okay. Lane 19, two-time Holiday Doubles champion Tom Adcock with Scott Rains. Lane 20, McKendree women's coach Shannon O'Keefe with Mike's second biggest fan, Rob Gottschall.
I'm also going to say for Shannon, she was also the 2018 PWBA Player of the Year.
Yep.
There's a lot to say about Shannon that's good. You can't get all of it. Well, we do have 4 hours, so maybe we could. Lane 21, Mark Stenger and Ryan Driscoll. Lane 22, Riley Smith and Ryan Zagar. Lane 23, Jody Wassner and Jordan Richard. I assume that's the PWBA Rookie of the Year.
It is.
Jordan Richard.
Yep.
Not the local bowler, Jordan Richard.
Nope.
Whose Facebook page at one time said, I am not that Jordan Richard, or something to that effect, because he was getting too many friend requests from people he'd never met. Lane 24, Chris Hester and Jason Couch.
Okay.
A couple
Rooting for them.
25, Josh Glover and John Heath. 26, Brady Stearns and Benjamin Godey. I'm sure that's wrong. 27, Tyler Meyer and Scott Greiner. We've seen them a whole bunch. 28, Sean Reed, Michael McBride. 29, Tammy Walsh, Chris O'Neill. 30, Mike Bugren, Frank Lorenzini. 31, Kent Sherfree and David Waswell. If you take the logic of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, David Waswell and I are best buds.
Okay.
Because he challenges Adam Barta in league, and Adam usually wins. And since Adam wants me fired, David, who I've never met, probably thinks I should win Broadcaster of the Year.
All right, cool.
All right, 32. Very talented St. Louis team, Chris Taylor and John Marsala. John, who won the a PBA 50 event.
Yes, he did.
Yep, national
this
title.
year. There you go. 33, Holiday Doubles legends, Chris Corbin and Daniel Dino. They're right in front of us here with Matt Gasson and Andrew Anderson. How about that foursome, Mike?
Those are no, they're not good teams.
So far we have the Player of the Year on the Women's Tour and the Rookie of the Year on the Women's Tour in this field tonight. And then also the PBA Player of the Year, Andrew Anderson.
And a Masters champion.
Yeah.
35 and 6 is the other pair you'll see. You have Billy Rogers and Jack Zuniga. Jax has bowled this event multiple times. Done well, crossing with Tyler Slawbaugh and Jacob Yazell. 37, Corey Pointer and Doug Aspen. 38, Chris and Clint Johnson. I don't know if they're related. 39, Mike Dragon and Sean Truskowski. 40, Steve Novak and Gene Perez. 41, Chaz Brewer, Dallas Baldridge. 42, Andrew Grimm and Matt Pearson. 43, we know these guys well, Dan Higgins and Chad Roberts.
Yep.
Especially from the the earlier days of inside bowling. They're crossing with two more friends of ours, Matt Sanders and Jimmy Cook. How many times we see them at Redbird making the match play. 45, John Adams and Garrett Cook. 46, Julian Brown and Chris Courtney. Nobody's on 47 and 8. They took some ceiling tiles down, replaced them. Still having some water dripping issues.
49 and 50.
So if you skip to 49 and 50, you get Vernon Adams and local legend Robert Hammond Jr. with Wesley Edwards and Pete Thomas. And that's the last 46.
I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. Sweating this. I finally got some energy. I did not have any energy this morning.
The chat noticed.
The first 4 games, I just didn't have any brain function. But that's okay, because now we're good. We have some Chipotle, as Mike Flanagan would say it.
Yep.
Without the L.
Yep.
Now we're good.
Red Robin was too crowded. That's just
40-minute wait. We do have people asking, what's the significance of the name of the stream? Well, on the last one, Brad brought up the annexation of Puerto Rico, which was the final play in Little Giants. And I said, you know what? I'm going to name the last squad here that as the title.
And so here we are.
Yep.
This is the final play, final squad.
It is. It's the final play, and we're going to sneak the ball to the center all the way into the goal line. Yep.
Yep. All right.
And we also talked about it on the way, too, that, you know, if we worked for the USBC or maybe Flow Bowling and we titled the name of this, the annexation of Puerto Rico, sponsored or presented by Hammer in Fairview Heights, Illinois, we would probably lose our jobs.
Yes.
Or have a serious talking to. And it just feels good to just live free and not have to worry about that kind of crap, because I'm the CEO.
And the COO and the CFO.
Well, I don't want to start saying I wear every hat, because that ain't true. I got a team of 6 now that are on payroll, and if I start talking like that, I ain't going to have a team, and I got way too much workload.
We know you're not CTO. That's somebody else.
The CEO just sounded good for this particular sentence.
What's the T?
Technology.
There we go.
That's Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah, although he couldn't get my cameras working. But faulty hardware is the reason why he couldn't do anything about it. It was not a brain issue.
So Matt Gasson, not off to the greatest start. Partner Andrew Anderson. But the team they're bowling with is
Corbin and Dino. It's tough to forget Daniel Dino's off-footed style, but his release is just as good, if not better, than most.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it right now.
Do you want
What's going
to
on?
sneak over? You're a little off the
I am?
camera there. Yeah. Okay, you're good. All right.
Yeah, somebody moved our camera is what happened. So,
Wasn't me.
yeah, it's been moved closer. So, here, what? I'm going to fix it. I get rid of us for a second, vaporize us. There we go.
Now we know how Mike really feels about us, Brad.
I know.
Go to lunch, come back. We talk for about 2 minutes, and we get vaporized.
Yeah, it's not going to help. You're still, look at that. You're still cut off. The CEO is cut off.
I think the problem is,
Keep going.
Lee, you're a little bit further over that direction this time, because I don't remember the computer monitor being that much in shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'm more like here.
There we go. Slide
Yeah.
on. Yeah, there we go. We're doing all right.
How we framed up, okay?
That's perfect.
Okay. All right.
And there we are.
So I'm not going to lie. I don't want to offend anybody that's watching or in the chat. But I don't want scores to be high this squad. I'm rooting for Brandy Branca to be the number. So if you want someone in the squad to bowl well, I want them to as well. I just only want there to be 8 of them.
And what's the story with Brandy? Like, why are you so wanting Brandy to make it? Because
She hung out
sat
in the
in here
booth.
the other night?
Yeah, she hung out in the booth last night. And she's close. She's sweating it out.
Would you run through who these bowlers are again right here in front of us, Lee? We got some people asking.
On 35 and 6,
Yeah.
Billy Rogers, Jack Zuniga. He's the guy with the shirt that says Jack Zuniga. Tyler Slawbaugh and Jacob Yazel.
So, black ebonite shirt. This guy right here.
Don't know.
He just bowled, so he would be C. You don't know these guys?
I do not.
What's their names?
Tyler Slawbaugh and Jacob Yazel.
I'm going to find out right now.
Chat'll help.
That's Giselle right there.
Okay.
I just threw the shot, I think.
He's stunned.
All right, Tyler is the guy in the black ebonite shirt. He turned around when I said Tyler.
You had a 50-50 chance.
Well, they were both sitting there, so I thought, hey. All right, so that's Tyler. Tyler's working on 279, and what's his partner's name again?
Jacob.
Jacob's working on 3 bills. Could be 579 right here to start out on inside bowling.
And 569 on the other pair.
And 569 over in the other pair to start out here on inside bowling.
Wow.
He throws it good.
And you know what 569 and 579 is? Quick math, a lot.
Yeah. It's 48.
1,148. I'm disappointed.
Do you know how much money you can save on inside bowling today with the coupon code YouTube?
52%.
15%. No,
I just
I'd
missed.
go out of business.
Oh, there goes 569. 10 pin.
It's apparently Yazel. There could be some.
I doubt that's
It's
really,
in the chat.
I doubt that's how it's.
I'm just reading in it could be like a cheer or something.
I think it's Yazel. That's what they're trying to say.
Did I say something else?
You held the A for quite a while.
I'm just reading the chat.
There
There's,
we
Wow,
go.
that was good.
there's 4 A's.
He's a better bowler than you, Mike.
I know. And that's a lot. There's a lot to be said for that. I'm 6-time, PBA Player of the Year, 3-time Tournament of the Americas champion, 7 times Team Canada when they borrowed me for a few years when they needed my help in the Olympic push.
That guy just boned a 9.
He did. And
You
Jack.
you found Waldo.
The lefty mafia.
Yeah, I've done I've done a little bit of everything in my day. I don't know if you know this or not, but I helped build Noah's Ark.
Well, that's not very impressive.
I know.
Yay, Zell.
It didn't do well. Matt Gasson through the face, 3-6-10. He'll be right back to pick that up. Gasson can only max for 196.
You think he bowls much?
Yes, now he is. He's bowling a lot now.
Really?
Yep.
Like just locally? And practicing?
I think he was in Chicago bowling last weekend or something.
Okay.
He's going to bowl some tour stops this year.
Oh, nice.
Yep,
That's cool.
it is.
It's like you put the time in with Ebonite, and they're just like, yeah, go do what you want to do.
He's starting to expand his role there too. They found a spot for him. He's working on some bowling ball development stuff with a group of people, Rich Hansen, Rob Gottschall, amongst others. But yeah, he actually fielded some questions at the sales meetings this year and stuff like that. So where he used to just kind of sit in the room and give his feedback, now he was requesting feedback and taking it back to apply to his job. So he's progressing right along in his personal growth development at Ebonite International.
That's cool. He likes it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, anything with a job you can really like, but you're always going to hate some things about a job. That's why it's a job.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think he loves bowling, and he loves working for Ebonite. So he doesn't love bowling 196, though,
No.
on a house shot.
No.
But you know what? This is one of those things where it's a doubles tournament. You need your partner to bail you out. How many times do you shoot 190, 2-0, and your partner shoots 270, and you're like, whew. Then
Well,
you bail your partner
I
out.
usually don't shoot 190, Mike.
I know you.
For the rest of us.
Especially when you're just going to sneak the ball to the center and run it into the end zone.
That's why. That's why Brockland didn't want to bowl anymore.
He's in the chat. I
he's-
think he's in the chat.
He was tired of me shooting 250.
It's just not good enough.
I know.
That's even.
By the
Father
way,
John wants more than even.
Andrew Anderson just got the Olympic rings up there. We do have the animated graphics on. You guys have been seeing them all weekend. And the Olympic rings reminds me, Salt Lake City just got the bid. United States Olympic bid. The next Winter Games awarded to the United States will have to go through Salt Lake City, Utah.
And how many other cities worldwide are there?
Oh, okay, rephrase that, please.
How many other cities worldwide? Because Salt Lake got the United States bid, right?
Right, for the countries that can host the Winter Games or have the economical wherewithal to be able to host them, yes.
And how many of those are there?
How many are going
lot?
to try to get the Olympics?
Yeah.
I think it's looking like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay. So they got a good chance.
Like, dude, 2030, Salt Lake Winter Games.
You're going to be living in like Washington or something, though. Not even.
I really don't know where I'll be living at that
Maine.
point in time.
Portland, Maine.
But if for some strange reason I'm still there, I'm already letting all my clients know right now for about a 2.5-week stretch, I will not be traveling. I'll handle all the work that needs to be done from a daily basis, but I will be working the Olympics as a volunteer. That's just done. It's going to happen.
You're going to be a hippie in Portland, Maine.
I don't think I could ever do that. I can think of many other things I would be before a hippie.
Such as?
I really didn't want to go there, Lee.
I know.
We only have 10 likes down below, 10 thumbs up, and we have 471 people watching. And I know I talk about this a lot, and I bore people with it, but YouTube has a live sports section, and it's expanding. And the more engagement, the more comments in the chat, and the more likes you get down below, the higher your ranking gets, no matter how many viewers you have. Yesterday, we started out number 1. When we started out on the stream, we were the number 1 streaming sporting event online.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
How many people do you think that attracted that did not already know about bowling in general?
Probably over the course of the entire stream,
10?
300 or 400.
Really?
Yeah.
Total random.
Yeah, they probably
completely
just came in for a little bit,
hated it.
heard us talking about the annexation of Puerto Rico, and said, okay, we're out of here. We don't understand these terms.
What's the pattern? It's a house shot.
That's the first time I've seen that in the chat. Not to say it's the first time it's been asked.
There
But
1 or 2
That's
times
because
out
they
there
know.
now.
They already know.
Throw
And how many 300 games? How many? 5 total?
We're up to 6 now.
6 total.
But we've
three last night, right?
two yesterday at 12.
One last night.
3 this morning. But we're going to try and have one right in front of us here. We don't even have to go anywhere to try and stop it.
We are.
And we have a breakdown.
Oh. On 36?
They're waiting.
On the front 8?
Uh-huh. Maybe ball return.
He's getting iced?
This break, of course, brought to you by Hammer. Want to break a pin? Use a hammer.
It's alright if you love me. It's alright if
All they needed was a score correction.
What?
Yeah.
It wasn't
They
even a
couldn't
breakdown.
find, nobody could figure it out. They
Hey, is
couldn't-
there a song called Score Correction?
and
Oh,
look at
look at
that.
that. Still striking.
Not
Still
even iced.
striking.
so we didn't know because we were listening to
breakdown.
breakdowns. So, oh man, but now it didn't score. Hang on.
Oh, man. Seriously? This is cray-cray. The team that's going to take the lead after the first game is getting iced.
Now, just so you guys know, I sacrificed for that funny moment on the stream because I played over 30 seconds of it. I can't monetize this broadcast in the future.
No way.
Well, Tom Petty gets all the money. But I record it, and I'll break it down to only 30 seconds. I'll cut it out, and so we still can monetize the video for the $2 I make for every 1,000 views.
Length of time doesn't matter?
No, you got about 30 seconds a song.
I
It's
know.
not like David Dobrik
No,
and stuff.
the length of the broadcast, watched minutes.
No, that doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter at all
No,
when
this
it
is-
comes to monetization?
No. Well, I mean, I can set ad breaks. I set ad breaks every 30 seconds or so. So somebody's got it on in a pro shop. Every 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes there's an ad break. Oh, it didn't ice them. Look at this.
Yep.
Let's
Now
see
they're
for the
rocking and
score.
rolling.
Hey, look, it scored right too.
So your ad revenue will still be okay, right? Like, the longer the program, the more money you can make in ad revenue?
Only if you set ad breaks. Otherwise, it's just the ad they watch at the front of the roll.
Oh, wow.
But I go through and set them about every 30 minutes. I figure if you watch a full game of bowling, you can sit through a 5-second ad, skippable ad.
So would it be beneficial just to do, like, 45-second videos and try and get, like, a million views out
Oh,
of that 40
boy.
seconds?
I don't know.
Oh.
It'd have to be pretty, I don't know. I think that would annoy people. I don't want to annoy anybody. There's still, YouTube used to only let you upload, I think, like 7 minutes or something at a time. So if you upload like some old TV broadcast, like for bowling shows and stuff, like bowling TV shows, it'd be like, Ernie Schlegel versus Randy Peterson, part 1. And the whole match was like 3 parts for one game of bowling. And it's so annoying. Like, I don't want to do that to people. Just don't want to do it.
Breakdown.
Nobody's really commented about these holiday graphics. My man Carlos worked really hard on the Santa hat and the mistletoe.
I saw him yesterday.
I think they look, maybe because nobody talked about them, it means they're that presentable. Nobody's like, hey, ESPN has these cool holiday graphics.
I thought
because it's
I
just
saw
that
'em.
good.
Wait till you see some of the jerseys that come through, Mike. I don't know if you probably saw some of them in the meeting, but there's some of these people step their game up. 258.
258, yep. 258, so here we go.
Okay,
Lee set it up.
300 on the rise.
Do I need to say any more than that? We have not had a 300 this weekend on, oh, look at this shirt. Beer cans everywhere. That's creative.
Shannon O'Keefe's bowling on 33. But all eyes are focused on, who's this guy again?
Jacob Yazell.
Thank you, Jacob Uzel, right here. Front 9, looking for 10.
Looks good.
Oh, stuck it.
Bang.
He stayed
Perfect.
down and through the shot till the ball hit the pins.
Man, he is so much better than you.
That's what you want to do.
Oh, man. Jag Zuniga's team could still shoot 5-0 themselves. Need this one. And that, we've seen that before on that lane
Who?
from the left
Oh,
side.
yeah.
I sure hope we don't see more of that look on the left side on 36.
Looks good.
Money.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
he has nutted every one of these.
Here's a look at the last shot. I think my replay will work. There it is. It's the last shot right there. And it defaults to the correct camera. Nice. Okay. Got replay working here for the 3 bills.
Okay. Cool.
It's going to happen. Oh, and look who it is. It's old Adzies up on lane 34. Tom Adcock, top 24
Adzies.
finalist at the U.S. Open this year, the regular U.S. Open, not the senior U.S. Open.
Bang.
Boom, baby.
Look at that.
Tom Adcock. Bowling with Scott Rains. Jacob Uzel looking for 3 bills right here. 12th shot. Game number 1.
Looks good again.
Boom.
Dang. Awesome.
All right, I got the replay right here. Let's take a look one more time. Down and through the shot, stays down. Boom. That's pretty cool. That's a good
First
start.
one on stream. Tell me we'll get a present.
Yep. Now we got. We're headed into game number 2 now.
A presente.
Very, very quickly, just like that. We're in game number 2. Shannon O'Keefe, Rob Gottschall, Tommy Adcock, Scott Rains. And we'll have a new group coming in. Ryan Zagar and his partner is
Riley Smith,
Riley Smith, okay.
Mark Stenger, Ryan Driscoll.
Nice. Got another nice foursome here. So we went from having the PBA Player of the Year on the live stream pair to the PWBA Player of the Year.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Same
like
squad.
that. And we're playing Tom Petty Breakdown. The lane breaks down.
Even though it didn't.
On a stream.
Even though it
That's
didn't.
true. On a stream called The Annexation of Puerto Rico. Yeah, this is bowling at its finest. Let me tell you. See you all in the chat, everybody. Is that Gottschall bowling with O'Keefe? If so, I didn't know he went to a wrist brace. Yeah, Rob was having some wrist problems.
He's been wearing it for a little while.
Yeah.
I think.
How much does Rob bowl, Mike?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Did he bowl for a living at one point?
Yes.
Amateur-wise?
Yep. So guys, I want to talk about something. I like to do fun things at sales meetings and stuff. And I don't know if you had seen the calendar that went around that Ebonite put out a while ago, or the saying, when if you read it from top to bottom, it's very negative. And if you read it from the bottom to the top, it's very positive. I don't know if you guys saw that floating around on social media. But for this sales meeting, I wrote a poem
Oh, boy.
about bowling. And I thought I would maybe share it with everybody right now. You guys ready?
Already.
Is everybody in the chat ready for my poem? Because
No.
because here it comes. The title of the poem is entitled Things Bowlers Are Thankful For. Okay, so all the things mentioned are things that bowlers are thankful for. 10th frame, pressure spots. The 5 arrows, the 10 dots. Bowling balls, bowling bags, ball cleaner, Aberlon pads. Your doubles partner who strikes out, high fives without a doubt. Counter workers and the cooks, coaches, friends, and self-help books. The elite bowlers of the professional tours. All the egos, even yours. The weekend trips, win or lose, the latest and greatest bowling shoes. The lane man, the oiling machine, towels and chamois to keep it clean. The industry leaders and the trade shows, pen carry and so it goes. The wins and losses of a friendly bet, and all the great people that I have met.
You actually wrote that?
I wrote that poem.
How long did it take you?
30 minutes.
Seriously?
Yeah. And we got a present. Come on around here, Mr. Jacob Uzel, right here.
There we are.
Let me get this
Let's,
up right
get the
here.
camera. What do you think it is?
Okay, Jacob, we've got the bag. We got the snowflakes, red tissue paper. Let's see what you got.
All right, see what I got.
Let's open her up.
Nice.
Oh, look at this.
That's awesome.
That's a
Yeti. Or
Ozark Trail 30-ounce vacuum insulated stainless steel tumbler.
Absolutely. Go fill it up right now.
Hey, man, I heard you shot 800 earlier this week.
I did, yes.
Yeah, congratulations. Keep it going. Great
Nice
start.
job.
150-something over for your team.
Yeah, absolutely.
keep going.
Keep it going. A lot to do. All right.
Mike,
Be careful pair to pair.
Not a bad way to set up holiday doubles with 8:30.
That's right.
Mike, put it on his shirt. It should be a hot seller. Your poem.
My poem. Yeah, you know, I don't even know why I do that stuff sometimes. I just pull weird things out.
It's because you're a weird guy.
I know. That, you know. But that's my poem. Maybe
I liked it.
Maybe I'll read it again
It was
tomorrow
good.
morning.
It was actually really good.
Aren't those things people are thankful for?
Yeah.
Now, if you really want to know the inside secret as to why I wrote the poem, is I subscribe to a lot of brilliant marketing companies and brilliant marketing like website newsletters and stuff. And there was another sports company that sent something out on Thanksgiving that was similar in a different sport. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to save this on my desktop and then I'm going to write one for bowling.
Cool.
Yeah, it was baseball. They did one on baseball. All the things baseball
What
players
company?
are thankful for. Baseball.
Oh, baseballism.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, and it wasn't like I made them rhyme with what they had or anything. I wrote it completely from scratch, but I was inspired from that.
So we got Riley Smith and Ryan Zagar on the pair in front of us. Ryan Driscoll and Mark Stinger. I really like the way Mark Stinger throws it. He should match up really well. Bang! I don't know. Maybe the squad is pretty stacked.
Oh, it is.
It is. I think it is. And then off to the right, we got the girl team, Jordan Richard and Jody Wozner. Did I say that right? Jody Wozner?
Westner.
Westner.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you do. Actually, right now, if you look at your screen, you got Shannon O'Keefe all the way on the left, and coming into your screen over on the right on 37 is Jordan Richard at the same time. Look at that.
Player of the year, rookie of the year.
Yep.
Snapshot it.
And Shannon won that one, 10-9.
And then to the left of Shannon is our buddy.
Yep, Tom Hess. He's a Masters champion. So you've had Andrew Anderson, Masters champion, player of the year. Tom Hess, Masters champion. Shannon O'Keefe, very decorated, player of the year. Jordan Richard. Jordan Richard is the LeBron James of female professional bowling. When LeBron James came up at his age, there was a lot of talk about just how great and dominating he was going to be. And the same can be said for Jordan.
Was she dominating at 18 years of age? Well, I guess LeBron wasn't dominating at 18 years of age.
All right, there was a request for a poem, Mike, in the chat. Hear me out, all right?
Did you write this just now?
I did.
Oh, boy.
There once was a bowler from Nantucket
Yeah, I saw that.
who threw a bad shot and left a bucket.
Okay.
His fair shot went awry, but a bad break aside, he took his pinky on his next shot and tucked it.
All right. You just came up with that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
The people wanted a poem about Nantucket,
Okay.
and I made it through it
Lee,
without the
it
obvious
was-
word I can't
It was
say.
a really good effort. It was a really good effort.
It was better than Mike's.
It was shorter. Mike's was pretty good,
Let's
though.
leave it to the chat.
Time-
Who's got a better poem, me or Lee?
Time used,
Time used Lee was better because I had 30 minutes into mine. He had 30 seconds.
and then
Not
also
brilliant.
quality. Brilliant to see.
You know, a lot of times people ask me who inspires me or what would be like my dream job or something that I'd like to do more than anything else.
Uh-oh.
We got a gutter ball
We do by
on the
Adsies.
front four.
Yeah, that ain't good.
That's not really not good.
It's like an approach issue.
It's like
It has been raining here in St. Louis. Had some water on lanes 47 and 48. They've been taken out of play. 49 and 50 are in play. So I don't know if something happened there with that or what. But as I was saying, you know, people ask what I would do. There is one particular skill set I wish I had. Like, if I could be one person on planet Earth, this guy's up there,
Hold on.
way up there.
I should know this. Should I know this?
I don't know. It's kind of obscure. I don't think anybody would guess it, really, honestly.
Is he a short guy?
He is kind of short, actually.
He's rich?
I think he's got some coin, yeah.
Is he bald?
He is kind of bald, I think. If you seriously get this right, there's a problem.
You know what's funny? I'm 3 for 3 on the clues, and I have no idea who this guy is.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it's all for me on the poem. So, but
I don't know, Mike. What field is he in?
Television, entertainment, live television. But he's like an obscure celebrity. Like, people don't think of this guy all the time. But if you know who this guy is, he's incredibly talented. He's very good at improv.
Not Wayne Brady.
Yes, that's who it is.
Okay.
Wayne Brady. I'd like to be Wayne Brady. That man's mind
He's awesome.
goes so quick, and he can make rhymes and.
Dude, I've been watching Whose Line Is It Anyway lately.
Yeah,
it's the greatest show ever, I think.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, I feel like I'm fairly good at this. Like, I can think ahead of, like, what word I'm going to set up to rhyme with or whatever. Like, I'll take songs and change the melody. Buzzing the 5 out, Rob Gottschall. But
Those guys are unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Man. It almost seems fake.
all of them are
rigged.
good, but Wayne Brady just does it with just such.
Kim Richter says Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel. I like Howie Mandel, but I like the older Howie Mandel. I like the one that would come out and put a glove on his head and dance around on the stage and
But think about it.
say, what? That's all he ever said. What?
His job now, again, apparently, is to talk to people while they pick boxes with numbers in them.
Yeah.
That's it. There's a lot more to it, but that's the crux of the argument. The show is about picking numbers and trying to win money.
And he
you
also
gotta be a personality, though, too.
You do. And then he also does one of these. Beep, 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 beep.
No.
Hello. Yes. I'll tell her. Okay. You opened 3 cases. One of them contained $300,000.
Oh, boy.
Your last offer was $121,000. The new offer is $143,000. That's the gig.
That's
What it
good.
is.
That's the gig.
And he gets paid God knows how much.
Have you guys
to
ever
do
played that arcade game, Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, have you seen the video?
It is so rigged,
No, Mike. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Have you seen the new video out about it?
No.
it? No.
Those of you that have kids, or those of you that just like to go to arcades and win all the tickets, take note. This device right here can help you beat Deal or No Deal every single time.
Seriously?
When they pick the cases at the beginning, you record it in your phone. You then put it in slow motion, and you can follow which case has the most tickets in it, and you do not make the deal at the end, and you win all the tickets. There's all kinds of articles about this. There's all kinds of proof of it. Some kids overseas figured it out. You use your iPhone or any type of phone that has slow motion on it, and you can figure out what case it is.
I always thought it was just rigged.
Nope, it's not.
I think it is.
Nope, it's not.
Then how can I
Search it.
I'll get like the $1 million ticket briefcase. I'll be down to 2, and the one I don't pick is the $1 million briefcase every time.
You just got bad luck then. Because I'm telling you right now, these kids figured it out.
Ryan Council in the chat. Record it, slow-mo it, and you can follow the case. I guess that's a thing.
Hey, Mike, y'all were talking about my friend Billy Hardwick earlier. He won 18 PBA national titles, including the first American to win the Japan Cup with his still standing 8-pen game record of 61-25.
61-25.
I think probably a different game record, or they have something inverted, but yep. I want to thank whoever just placed an order on Inside Bowling. use the coupon code, took advantage of the $10 chamois offer today. It is Christmas time, everybody. Great opportunity to head over to the website and pick up some items.
What can we say about this fine person? What's the name? First name?
Lamar. Yep, and Lamar picked up 6 of those chamois. 6 of them.
Lamar once rode into town on Friday, stayed 3 days, and left on Friday.
Nice.
That's a good one, Lee.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Yep, and he got free shipping because he spent over $50.
Nice. Smart man.
Yep, looks like he's giving away his Christmas presents because he bought 6 of the same thing. Maybe giving away to his teammates at league.
Yep.
Great idea.
Maybe his college team that he coaches is going to win the NCAA championship this year with those chamois.
Could be, totally.
Just off to our right,
Jason
Jason Couch. So
I'll
looks
look at
like
some
we've
else
got a
on
rivalry here. We've got Jason's jersey is decidedly Washington Redskins. And Chris Hester's is most decidedly the Green Bay Packers. Don't see those two as
No, they're not
rivals.
rivals. It's Dallas Cowboys, Washington Redskins, Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, NFC East.
The Eagles and the Cowboys too, but
Yeah.
but it's like the same discussion that that Michael and AJ had. Hey, bro, what do you want to wear?
What's up?
Let's have some.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. No, you're good.
I want to wear a Packers jersey.
More stuff about Hardwick. Billy was also the first one to win the Triple Crown. Through my friendship with Billy, I met many great bowlers and the people, including a good friend for 34 years, Pete Weber. Donnie Ackland says here in the chat. Hey, if Chris Hardwick's watching, he wants to call in, we'll patch him into the board to have a conversation. I know, yep. 2165 was the number for 8 games.
That's a lot.
Flanagan could beat it.
Sure, you give him enough games.
Brad, you are securing yourself in this booth for many, many years to come, and I greatly appreciate it.
So Tom Adcock goes front 4, gutter 9, 9, dash.
Triple.
Kind of bizarre there.
Triple.
A little on the bizarre side.
Yep.
You know, we're looking for back-to-back jacks here on lane 35 and 36.
Oh.
We are. We had 3 bills the first game on this pair. We might have it again.
Back-to-back jacks.
Yeah, back-to-back jacks. I think that's a Rob Stoneism.
That is.
Welcome back, Rob. See you in a couple weeks.
But isn't back-to-back jacks just 2 strikes in
It
a row?
is, but,
Well,
you know.
really, it would be back-to-back opening jacks. It's a Rob Stone line.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I'm looking forward to Rob Stone. I don't care what anybody else says.
Me too. Me too. I'm going to predict that he's going to be calmed down a little bit because he's polished his craft anchoring the desk at FS1 Thursday night college football, and as well as becoming the commentator for soccer. I bet he's just a little, I bet if his volume button was at 9 before, I bet it's down to about 7.
Shannon O'Keefe not having a very good game.
No, just battling.
Ooh, that's not good.
So we got the ham turkey dinner already in the books here for Ryan
Oh,
Driscoll.
man. Forgot about that.
We got what? What'd you say?
The ham?
The ham turkey dinner.
I'm just going to look at Brad to see how long it takes and figure it out.
7
get it.
7 in a row.
Okay,
What's a turkey? How many in a row?
7.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 in a row. Keep
Okay.
going.
Okay. How many are left? From
5.
From 7.
5.
7 minus 3 is
4.
4 strikes in a row is known as.
Ham bone.
So you take the turkey
Okay.
and the ham bone.
Okay.
You put them together,
Okay.
and it becomes the ham turkey dinner.
Golly, man.
Yeah. Where's Yazel? Somebody says he have the front 18.
Well, he would have went that way with everybody else.
We got some Gohagen fans in the chat. Paula Vidad, oh my goodness gracious. We ran a WBA St. Louis Open. God, it's been 5, 6 years ago now. Hope you're doing well, Paula.
Still the only 2-stream day in the history of Inside Bowling.
That's true. Multiple streams.
That was a good shot.
Speaking of multiple streams, you guys ever have that problem?
Yes.
Yeah, right after I annexed Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, here we go. Ryan Driscoll, front 8, looking for 9 in a row right here.
Bang.
All right, all right.
Scores are high.
Yeah, that's true. Scores are high. RG.
It's fitting that we bring back the ham turkey dinner with Rob Gottschall trying to finish out the game with a ham turkey dinner.
That's true.
It's Matt's favorite bowler.
Well, everybody, hold on to your chairs. Grab your kids and your children. Go ahead and head over to the microwave, put your favorite dish in. Heat it up for about 30 seconds. Because we got the 10th frame coming up here on lanes 35 and 36. Rob just increased his ball speed and got to the dry a little bit quicker. And he said, all right.
You want to put all 3 of these on replay?
Yeah, I could do some replay into this. Let's see. Hit that button right there. Starts the replay. System resources go up. Here we go. There's Adcock.
Trying to shoot the most unconventional 237 he's ever had in his life.
Yes.
They can still get to 460.
I mean, all of us have had 10 strike games a lot lower than 237, but
Yes.
they're more like 3-bagger, big 4, 3-bagger, bucket, miss it, page.
If they were actually bowling match play right now, Adcock had to match whatever double or whatever Rob did in a 10th frame, and he did, if they were bowling against each other.
Well, no ham turkey dinner for Gottschall.
Good.
It'll be 450 for the team of Gottschall O'Keefe. And as long as Adcock keeps it on the lane, they will get to 30 bonus pins here as they move along. I'm just trying to confuse everybody.
He's like, we're done with this game.
Yep, let's get out of here.
Mark Stanger, 245.
Okay,
He
here we
sure got
go.
that last one out there. That's all
Main
right.
event.
He's like, I'm going to throw my strikes and be out of the way.
Back-to-back jacks.
I don't know if I got standings yet after game 1. Not yet. They didn't drop them off either, right?
No.
No.
First game is usually slow.
Little bit slower, yeah. We have had it, though, before the end of the second game each time. Here we go.
It's close.
Money.
There we
First
go.
one.
think we have, well,
Here's that shot again. Yeah, there it is.
Bang.
This would be pretty cool if we start back to back. This pair's been tricky. It has. I mean, it hasn't been easy, this pair.
For the lefties, it's been hard.
Yeah.
Oh, bang.
Pulls this shot.
Yeah, let's take a look and see what a puddle in the middle can do for you. Coming right up here on Inside Bowling. Take a look. Maybe. Maybe it'll play.
There you
it
go.
is.
That's a good 7 left. That's all right. Ryan Zagar says, that's how you go through a real strike, kid, even though you're going to beat me by half a hundred.
This pair's playing real nice.
Yeah,
That's right.
Smith and Zagar are going to shoot 512 and get shellacked.
That's right. We start with 300 here on the webcast.
That's 2. Yeah. Both on this pair.
Here,
Yeah. Yeah.
so look at the shot again. There it is.
Yeah, 245, 300, 5.
How you like being 245 and low on the pair? That's cool.
Don't miss a spare.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
Yelp picks a 7-pin. He's not.
And that's how we're going to progress along to game number 3, everybody.
Let's see.
Have we?
We should be able to watch Rambo, Ray, and PJ. Have you seen Rambo, Ray throw a shot, Mike?
TV pairs here should be McGraw Sr. Nope. I lied. There are people in the wrong place. Maybe I didn't lie. Matt Ogle doesn't know where he's going.
Hold on, let me type something in this chat.
Ryan Driscoll.
Thanks for the kind words, Fred.
Back here. Come here.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be a movie. It's going to be a DVD.
Where's booth cam, Mike? Oh, there it
Well,
is.
first of all, you got to get it back on the game 3. There you go. And then there's booth cam.
There we go.
All right, let's see it.
Here we go. Back-to-back games right here.
Someone said Super Troopers. I think that's a great answer.
I'm going to guess Kingpin. It's a bowling tournament.
Big Lebowski.
Yeah, it's another good guess.
Nope.
Let's make sure that it's clean. Oh, even better. Even better. Look at this. It's a
Calendar?
let's turn around to the front side. It's
planner.
a 2019. Oh, they even got the right year. You can use that all next year. 2019 monthly, weekly planner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're set up for a lot of success.
Congrats.
You're set up for success in 2019, buddy. He made 2018, 2018, but now in 2019.
It's going to be fine.
I knew somebody was going to say fine team.
Game number 3 coming up. Let's see what's going on here with. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go check on standings.
You can use that all next year.
Fred McGee, how are you? Be right back.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this shirt here, Brad. On 34.
Oh, yeah. With the bow tie.
Yeah, bow tie. Someone asked for Santa Claus earlier, and I give you
That's him.
Santa Claus. Man of the people.
Apparently he finished second at the New Mexico Open
Okay.
this year. Is what I was told.
Brandon Grant.
Ooh.
Mike's jokes are so 2018. Okay, that's good. Farrell Williams throwing his Eruption Pro Blue
Yeah.
at the baby split. Nailed it.
He doesn't get cheated.
No. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say David Gray's nickname is Jello. It is on his shirt.
And
Team bow tie. Okay. Game 3 of 8 here at D Squad.
yep. We've made it.
There's been a D Squad before, but it's been a while.
Yes. Because the last couple of years, there's only been 3 squads, right?
Well, you had, and then the
Or did you have 3 squads on Saturday?
no, it was 3, 1 on Friday night, 2 on Saturday, cut squad Sunday morning.
And then
So you only had 3
12
qualifying
Sunday night.
squads.
I don't. So then the Saturday would start at what, like 10 a.m.? Because we were here pretty late last year, I remember, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think we had some.
I don't know.
Yeah, it
Takes
was,
longer than normal, I guess. All right, so who do we got?
so we got Santa,
We got Santa.
Farrell, Jello, and Uradovic.
And then Mike Haggett.
It's a lot easier to say when it's on the on his back and it's spelled properly.
Yeah.
On our sheet, it is spelled. You could come up with "you're out of touch," or
Touche.
"you're a touche,"
Ratatouche.
but it's Uradovic. Bruce Hobson, good to see you in the chat. The black cloud has seemed to have passed over the live stream pair and has moved on to parts unknown. Wayne says, why are so many guys bowling in shorts? I say, why not?
What's her name?
That's Trisha Reed.
Yes. She's a good bowler.
Bowling with Mike Haggett. Seen Mike at our events a number of times. Oh.
Oh. T. Reed with the next 300. I like it.
So far, so good.
Wouldn't mind seeing it.
New favorite jersey for the weekend, though, has to belong to Mr. Yoshida.
What is it?
It's a Cardinals themed jersey,
Okay.
but in front it says Hammer.
All right.
Sponsored the tournament. So then he's got, his name on the back with the skyline.
Okay.
St. Louis. That is classy.
Mr. Grant. Ooh.
There's a support group for that today on these pairs. It's mostly been 35 and 6, but
He's wearing a bow tie.
yeah.
That's awesome. I want to wear a bow tie.
His shirt on his right sleeve says hashtag bow tie power. Something tells me this is not.
He's got the patent. He beat me to it.
His collar says hashtag BTB, so I'm going to go with that means bow tie bowler
Yeah.
or bow tie Brandon
Yep.
or both.
What's his first name?
Brandon.
Brandon?
Yes. So it's bow tie bowler or bow tie Brandon.
Yeah.
Either way. Aaron Uradovich had a similar problem with the approach that Tommy Adcock had. Although instead of throwing it in the ditch, he leaves a flat 8-10, which isn't much better. You can argue it's worse.
I'm wondering what scores are. If they're higher or lower.
See, you got the arch, the
In between.
courthouse, the
Yeah, that's cool. Yoshida.
Ron Yoshida 10 straight back for back-to-back opening jacks. That's the last time I'm going to say that.
You know what I think the next great bowler is going to do, be able to do? The next best bowler in the world in like 10 years from now is obviously going to be a two-hander. But he's going to be good at playing the right side and the left side of the lane. So when the left's walled, he's going to play the left side. When the right's walled, he's going to play the right side. And he's just always going to be unbeatable. What do you think?
With one hand? Once you start with a hand, that's what you're doing.
Well, he can be two-handed, right?
You could be a two-hander, but two-handed one way and two-handed the other way. Yeah, you probably there's some truth to that.
Because that's what I just saw George Gohagen's partner do that, Jordan.
Yep.
He's a two-handed righty, but he's throwing backup right now.
He's done that before.
Yeah, he's done that before. But like that's the future, right? Like that's what's going to happen. I think it's only a matter of time.
Father John agrees with you, so.
Yeah.
But it takes a talent and a muscle system
Yeah.
to be able to do that most of us don't have.
I don't know. Maybe it's counterproductive. Maybe it's just too much to handle. I don't know. Trisha Reed. Boom.
See, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nine more. I don't know. Maybe like the two-handed backup and the two-handed regular guy. Maybe he'll never be able to beat the really good lefties and never be able to beat the really good righties, because it's like
Right. But if the left's got the berries, at least cash.
Yeah.
And if
you can always cash.
And
There
if
you
the
go.
right's got the berries, then the right cashes.
Jack of all trades, master of none. You lose in the Masters every time, but you'll still be there.
Can't win if you're not there. Says Anthony Simonson did it this year as well. I don't doubt that. Got some big fan club here for Robert McGraw. They're off to my right. Got some youngins here.
Okay.
There's a soccer ball. I don't see too many of those anymore.
Yeah, isn't that cool? There's only one person left that can shoot 300 on 35 and 36 to make it a three-peat. We're relying on her.
It's got a great look.
She does.
That's all you can ask for. Brad, are you currently in the number? If you define the number as number of broadcasters, that's 3, then absolutely Brad's in the number.
Yeah. I have yet to throw a bowling ball.
You had to think about it.
Yeah, there was a sweat there. I almost had to. Ooh, with the carry. Seems to be an animated guy. Yoshida. Money.
Very nice finishing position and release through that ball.
Oh, that's totally the hammer is shaped in the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see what you're saying.
And the Yoshida, that's the Cardinals
Yeah.
logo print for the names.
All right.
Oh.
Dang it.
We tried. We didn't try hard enough.
What is the current cut line? We don't know. It's around 470. That's what it's going to be.
470 something.
470 something. 476, 475.
You've already got teams in at 470, 473, and 478. And then 466 are pals over here.
Yeah.
Henninger and Justice finished at 462 in a tie. And they were like 360 over for 3.
I know.
They were 100 over for the back 5.
That is brutal.
They averaged 250 plus, and then they averaged 210.
Yeah, and Henninger's Justice shot 260 the last game.
Oh. Well, that's 60 of the 100, so. Remember, the chance is 483. I mean, it could be
483.
Could be 483. It could be 463.
Could be.
But that's where you're trying to shoot. If you make it 5 anything, don't go anywhere because you're going to bowl at 7:30.
All right. Farrell Williams. Bang. Man, I really want to see standings, Lee.
I don't have them.
I know.
But apparently you have a fan in the chat.
Yeah. Doug Code, Kansas City. Struck there for Trisha. Aaron Uradovich, another Kansas City native. Went to Weber University for 4 years.
Okay.
Recently moved back.
Almost like he dropped that one.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 goes.
Dang. Tough ring 10 right there.
Don't see any, well, I do see a string over there, Brad, if you look about 3-4 pairs down to the left.
Yep, about 7. Maybe 8. 7.
We'll keep an eye on it. It's Robert Hammond's pair, but it's not Robert Hammond. So those guys got the 49 and 50 out of the way game 1.
Yep.
I think, if I remember right, they were all right-handed, so it didn't. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. I think if I remember right, they were all right-handed, so it didn't. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and 50 out of the way game 1. Yep. 49 and really bother them too much anyways.
That's Pete Thomas.
Yep, he's on that pair.
It's Robert Hammond's partner.
So Vernon Adams.
Okay.
Oop, oop, oop. That was a better release. He's still very left, very early in the block though.
All right. Trisharita pair on line 36.
We're being too serious, Brad.
We are?
We're not fitting with the annexation of Puerto Rico thing.
I know. Well, I'm kind of off like watching other pairs. I'm watching PJ Haggerty's pair. I'm over here watching Gohagen and his partner, Aaron Uratovich. I was actually just thinking, Aaron Uradovich's ball, like, he's too around it. So all he would have to do is just get more up behind it, get his ball to read a little bit earlier, and then it'd be perfect. But he's just too around it currently. Because the one he pinched in skid, and then that one he actually got to the spot, and it was too sideways. And the ball he's throwing isn't really sideways. And then you got Farrow on the complete other end of that. He's up the back as you can possibly get, I think. And then that happens.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Sometimes the 33 and 34 is the good pair, and then sometimes 35 and 36 is the good pair. Looks like 35 and 36 is a good pair of this set. But then again, not a whole lot of lefties, but the person who's bowling good onto this game is a lefty. It's kind of weird how that works.
Mike Haggett's also a lefty, gets that one to go. Having some carry problems early in this game, but still 4 frames left. Gohagen and Horns. Jordan, I have not. There we go. It's off to the camera left, and yeah, he throws it good. He can punch for 254. Gohagen for 266.
That's pretty good.
Yep. There are a lot of left-handers who wish they could throw the ball with as much power as Jordan Horn does back up.
Yeah, it's the power of 2 hands. 2 hands.
Oh, man.
I'm back for a minute.
Okay.
I
What-
saw you guys jinx the pairs.
Yeah. Didn't take us long.
Hey, you calm down over there.
What
We're doing our best.
What did you learn in your travels, Mike Flanagan?
That our stream was buffering for a while. I was testing watching it, listening to you guys, trying to see if the stream had cleaned up at all. And it did. It did. I think when you roll bowling bags over a cord so many times, an internet cord, that it can potentially affect your streaming. But our internet connection here is just not amazing. We have like a 5.0 upload for the entire building. We're streaming at 1.0, and depending on what other people are doing and other things happening, it can lead to some trouble. So.
I can't do everything. I have been asked to do 2 things, Mike Flanagan. I have been asked to post the scores for this round. I have also been asked to make them lower.
Post the scores for this round.
And to lower them
Okay, post them where?
anywhere.
Okay, well, game 1 scores are up on Twitter.
I can't
You
do
can't
everything.
even give us a list?
You guys didn't they didn't drop one off?
Nope.
No, you're the CEO. You gotta take care of that.
Did you guys check Twitter?
I did not check Twitter. Don't blame this on us, Mike.
I'm just telling you, they're there.
All right.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go do a couple other things. I got a couple other things I want to take care of. So here's the deal, right? Whenever you go into game 4, you'll just click the game 4.
Okay.
And it'll change it there for when you switch over. So these are your layers. So, you know, right now you're in 3. That'll be 4. So just remember to switch it to 4 when you come over. I'll check in on you guys, and I'll be kind of listening too. I'm monitoring the stream at the same time. Okay?
See ya.
Thanks.
He's watching us.
I'm looking for scores.
He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake.
No. I don't want to do that.
I'm just saying. That's what Brandon Grant's shirt connotes.
Scores.
Mike Haggett, the left-hander on the not lefty-friendly pair, at least earlier. They've got it down now. Haggett and Trisha Reed with a pair of triples, one for each.
Okay, got the scores. If it'll pull up.
Okay.
Have you seen them?
Nope.
Okay. It's not pulling up for me. It's like a dungeon in this bowling alley.
Well, you have high ceilings, a lot of metal. Oh my goodness.
What happened?
The pocket 710.
Wow. Good shot there on 33. They got a pretty good game going. It's almost like we're seeing a lot more 5-0s now. More opportunity at. Ooh, game 2 standings. But I can't load it. Oh, I got it. I got it. All right. After game 2, the leaders, Yazal and Slabal.
Gazelle.
Smith and Zage, Corbin and Dino, Brewer and Baldridge at 203. Brown and Courtney, Grant and Gray, Raymond and Haggerty at 179. Higgins and Roberts, Stinger and Driscoll, Ogle and Loschetter in 10th.
At what? What's 10th?
166. That's pretty low, isn't it?
For 2? That's a 240 average.
That was lower than last squad. Didn't we have 10 people over 200?
Yeah.
Okay, so the scores are lower. Gasson and Anderson, 96 over.
That's not a lot.
Gottschall and O'Keefe, 35 over.
Ooh, that's less. Trisha Reed's going to try and shoot 279 for us. I mean, we were wanting for back-to-back jacks, but.
Taylor and Marsala, 131.
Oh.
Johnson and Johnson, 130. Adams and Cook, 106. Okay.
Chat here says that Trisha Reed finished second in the U.S. Women's Open in 08.
Trisha Reed finished second in the
That's
U.S. Women's Open.
That's what the chat's saying.
Hey, that's awesome. Good for her. It's really cool. And now she was intelligent and probably has a good paying job and live the dream. Sanders and Cook, 146. Adcock and Rains, 140. Novak and Perez, 138. Stone and Hess, 136.
Still 258. Very solid game for Reed.
Yeah, we'll take it. Actually, I'm not going to take it. We need a 300 there.
She never missed the pocket. There were 11 high-quality shots. 2 of them didn't carry. It happens.
250 over. That means Yazell and Slava shot 500 the next game. Well, 490.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I do. Yeah. Not for me.
What, are we being told to bowl by somebody? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I've been hearing that a lot.
Somebody wanted to talk. Okay. Wrapping up game 3. Juradovich is going to shoot 199. Farrow had 200 on the nose. That is not a respectable score. They're not going to be happy with that.
Their cross shot plus 90. That is a respectable score for Brandon Grant, David Gray. They were in 6th after 2.
Really?
Did nothing to hurt that standing.
Yeah. That should keep them right where they're at. Oof.
For Michael Haggett's sake, it's glad he struck first and then went 7-9. Viewer count 631.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hey, if you haven't done so already, head on over to YouTube and check out our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel I have is Brad and Kyle with my buddy Kyle Sherman. We post a bunch of different kind of things. We started out with vlogs, and then we did interviews, and then we did something else, and now we're kind of posting a lot of instructional stuff and
some ball reviews.
There's a couple online podcasts that we did with a couple of different people. One of them being Sean Rash. Another one I did one with Christian Azcona after he won his first title. And talked to him a little bit. The quality's not very good. That's why we stopped doing online podcasts, which we plan on picking up the podcast again at the beginning of the year when the PBA Tour starts in January. We're planning on just kind of sitting at a round table and enjoying just some good conversation with our friends. So we're going to pick that up in January. Until then, we're just going to be releasing some instructional videos. So if you want to, I don't know, maybe the stuff that we say can help you get better. If you're looking to get better, head on over. If you haven't been a subscriber, go please subscribe. That'd be really, really cool. Hey, Brad, why the switch to Storm? Well, you know, they offered me $1 million contract per year, and I signed my name.
Case closed. Let's go to game 4 here. The bowlers are still congregating. We have
Chad Roberts and Dan Higgins.
Roberts, Dan Higgins.
Jimmy Cook.
And Matt Sanders.
Matt Sanders. Ooh, look at this pair. This would be a
Somebody
good
was
pair.
asking about Matt Sanders earlier.
Yeah.
It's a good good pair. The pair 35 and 36 will be John Adams, Garrett Cook, Julian Brown, and Chris Courtney. Oh, brother.
Is today Saturday?
All day long.
Yep. There we go. There we go. John P.
John Heath.
John
Perfect.
Heath. Bring him on down here.
There we go.
Got another 300.
Now we're starting to add to this list here. It was slow to go, but 3 this squad, 3 this morning after only 3 yesterday. John Heath is crossing with John. He's teamed up with Josh Glover.
Cool. So that's how many total? 6, 7, 9 total 300s this tournament. All right, that's not that bad. It's getting up there. Matt Sanders obviously not very happy with that shot. He must have been hooking a little more on that previous pair that they just came off of.
One thing we'll probably pay attention to, especially as the block goes on the left side, is that the big Rev left-handers, they bowled earlier. AJ and Michael and those guys.
Yeah.
The left-handers on this squad are, Matt Sanders and Chaz Brewer and Jason Couch and Chris Hester and those guys. They're fantastic bowlers, but their rev rates are more
not as high. Yeah.
Shall I say?
Hey, all right.
Say normal.
Get the camera over to us, John. Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, John.
Go ahead and open it up.
What we got here?
What do you think it is? You have no idea. Oh, it looks like a game.
It's hard to open with that wrist brace on.
It's like a game.
Bar
Pachisi. Cool. Have you ever played it?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Sounds good. Well, congrats, man. Good luck.
Ready? Here we go. Goodbye.
Pachisi. I've heard of that. I don't know if I've ever played it, though.
I'm pretty sure I have, but
Dan Higgins.
It's been a long time.
He didn't seem too happy. Let's.
Dan has an eagle, right?
He does have an eagle.
There you go.
Right? Does he?
I'm pretty sure he does.
Didn't they win this year? Last year? Didn't him and Chad Roberts are on the same team, and I think they. Let's see how Higgins and.
Yeah, if you look on the back of their shirt there, under the neck, you see an eagle.
Yep.
And they both have one, so.
That's cool. Yeah, they were in 8th after 2 games, so they're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I have a feeling it's going to come down to like it's going to be really close with 1 game to go. All the people around 470 are going to be.
Once we get through about
out.
game 6, we'll have a pretty good idea of what we're looking at. It's just refreshing that it's going to be about 6:30, 7 o'clock when we look at it instead of 2 a.m.
Yeah. Yep.
In the event of a tie, there's a 1-game roll-off immediately following.
So tonight there's 7 games, or there's
5.
5 games at 7 p.m.
7:30.
7:30, 5 games.
Or whenever they're ready.
2.5 hours?
About right.
Ooh. So it's not going to be too late of a night tonight.
No.
Except you know what's going to happen, Lee? I already know what's going to happen. We're going to get down here about 10. And, 10:30. And there's going to be a lot of people in this bowling center. They're going to be drinking. They're going to be having a good time. I'm going to see one I want to talk to. I'm going to go talk to him. That's going to end up being a 30-minute conversation. I'm going to find someone else that I want to talk to. I'm going to end up talking to him for 20 minutes. Someone else is going to find me. I'm going to be here till 12:30, and I'm going to be a zombie in the morning again. Just so you guys know, tomorrow morning, this morning I was a zombie. However, When I got to my hotel room last night, I turned on the TV and I was scrolling through the channels, and Titanic was on. I don't know if anybody else watched Titanic last night, but I
Nope.
did. I turned it on right to the point where the guy found out they were getting ready to hit the iceberg.
Did he hit the iceberg?
No, they didn't hit the iceberg.
Oh,
They
okay.
actually dodged it,
All right.
and then everyone stayed on the boat. It was kind of cool. I had never seen that version before.
No. Well, probably much shorter, too.
Oh, man. Chad Roberts starting off with the front three. Slide, baby. No,
Nope.
not sliding. That one didn't slide.
We had a PWBA Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, PBA Player of the Year, and now PBA Rookie of the Year. And they're all here. And they're all Ebonite staff.
That is true. Wow.
Okay.
It's impressive. Wow. That looked like a pretty good shot from Dan Higgins.
And if they need help, somebody at EBI, they can call Matt Gasson. He's here too. So who's left in Hopkinsville? Anybody?
Jason Couch.
He's here too.
Dave Watka.
He's here.
Ronnie Russell.
He's here.
Yeah,
Anybody in Hopkinsville this
the
weekend?
entire company just took a weekend off.
Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller?
Good shot there. Oof. Wesley Edwards over on the right part of your screen just left the 4, 9, 10. Those are always fun.
Not.
No, they're actually fun.
Mitch Beasley, he's not here. But Mike said he might be making an appearance.
He might be.
Rumor has it he just opened his storage room door. Found a couple more cases of sideboard pearls.
Brad, what was it like breaking the team record with buckets on deck? Man, that was an awesome experience. It really, really was. It was it's something that you don't ever think is even like in the realm of possibility. It's like not like, you know, when I was a kid, I didn't dream of, hey, I was going to break the 5-man team record. I didn't even know what it was or really if it was even a thing. The only reason I was familiar with it was because the bowling center I grew up in had the record. And my college coach at the time had the record, Randy Lightfoot, with John Weber and a couple other, Jim Hankemeyer. I can't remember the other two. But so we were very aware of the number. It was 1412. There was a big banner hanging from the ceiling at St. Charles Lanes that we looked at for 3 years. And the first game we actually shot that night was 990. So we didn't even get par of the first game. And then the next thing we know, we're all like staring at the front six. And I mean, even at that, even if you all have the front six, you all it takes is a bone 8, a ring 10, a couple of you, one bad shot. Like it just, there's so much that has to go right, and it's almost lucky, essentially. And speaking of the devil, speaking of the devil, John.
You're part of the world record, right? 1412. You're part of the 1412. You're part of the 1412.
Oh, yeah.
You know the craziest thing in the world just happened. I'm telling you about the 1412, and John Weber, who was on that 1412 team, just came up and tapped me on the shoulder. That's extremely ironic.
You must have done well.
Yes, I did. You too, man. Sounds good.
I've been here all weekend.
Yeah, I know.
There's no extra.
Nothing.
I had some casino chips that Nick Weber gave me that I was supposed to give his brother. Anyway, back to the story. God, that's crazy, man. I'm sitting here talking about the 14-12. John Weber was a part of it, and he literally in the middle of it just comes in. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, we shot like 990 the first game, and the next thing we know, we all got like the front six. And
Who missed first?
I think
Who can you blame it on?
Connor Drum,
Kana.
I think.
Kana?
Kana.
Kana.
Yeah, I know. I can't exactly remember who missed first, but and then I think the same frame somebody else missed. I think Connor and then Eddie, and then me, and then EJ, me, and Ryan struck, and then the next frame I missed, but EJ and Council went on to. Yeah, I think Connor might have missed first, but. So anyway, we're kind of like staring at this record, and it's kind of ironic because we wouldn't have known even what the record was. Like, if we were in another city doing this, we would have had to, like, look up what the number was, and who knows, maybe we wouldn't have even done it then. But turns out, I mean, I don't know. Well, the cool thing was Flanagan was starting, like, his whole video broadcasting thing. He kind of had this passion for video. And that was at the very beginning of it. So the video you see on YouTube, if you type in buckets on deck, world record or whatever, Flanagan made that video from his cell phone. And that was when he first started to like edit video and all that stuff. So just like the timing of it was just weird. Anyway, man, that was a spectacular moment. The best part about it was it wasn't just it wasn't my accomplishment. It was something that I did with my friends at the time, my best friends at the time, and that's something we can talk about and you know relish over the rest of our lives. And the another cool part was it was November 30th, so it was the last day of no shave November. So in the video we all have like these super scruffy beards and man, we went out that night and we had such a good time, and we called Randy Lightfoot as soon as we did it, and he was just so ecstatic for us, and I don't know, it was just a crazy moment. I mean, who would ever think? I mean, how has it not been broken yet? Like, there's so many team games that are bowled on a daily basis, hundreds of thousands, you know, what, a week maybe, or a million a year or whatever, and it still hasn't been broken. It mind boggles me. But even at that, I think there's only been 6 1400s, and there was 5 up until we got one, and the highest 1400 was 1412, and there were 5 of them. And then we beat that by 22. It's just, I don't know, kind of surreal. But yeah, pretty awesome. I kind of hope I die with that record. And I don't know, maybe this year we'll have a reunion together or something, or at some point in time, me and the 4 guys that did it will get together and party and have a good time. It was the day before Council's birthday.
What was the Bogek? Question in the chat, and I'm blanking.
What's that?
So Cam Burrian was talking about a team record was set down at Show Me Lanes a couple years ago by some bowlers who bowled in the tournament. John Bogacki Jr.
3,900, right?
I don't remember the exact number.
3,980.
Jay and Linda Bradshaw, Jim and Jana Luton.
Yeah.
And it was the record for series for a 3-man, 2-woman team. And it was a lot. I don't think it was $4,000, but
I think it was the 5-man series altogether.
Right, but it was 3-man, 2 women.
Yeah, there was 2 women on the team.
And it was a lot. I thought I saw something this week that something got broke. Some sort of team record.
Hobowood Nars.
No, I would have heard about that. But I thought I saw something that's.
That's crazy. All those records coming out of St. Louis. Just kind of goes to show you how good people are. The patterns are soft, definitely, but also the bowlers are really good.
I mean, if you think about it, we have the house record here up on the wall. Ryan Steiger and Steve Jarvis, who's bowling right now, tied with the 857. That's probably one of the lower
Lower, yeah.
house records in
Anymore.
St. Louis proper. If you go out a little bit, you find some lower ones, but
Yep, anymore. That's pretty low. Mike Dole's got like 3 house records. There's people out there that just strike. So
score similar compared to Brad's. Well, Brad's team shot 990 the first game, so
no, yeah, we only had like 3,500. I think we only shot 1,000 after that.
After that,
Yeah, just
doesn't matter.
Fluke game. No, not at all. And I'm not gonna lie, like we were fairly intoxicated during the game too. So once we got it, nah.
Okay, the
just- we're
record that
having a
was
good time.
broken this week was 4-person, 2-man, 2-woman. I knew
Okay.
I saw something. So yours is
Safe.
okay.
I don't know. It's just insane to me how someone hasn't beaten it. I don't know. It's just surreal.
3-woman, 2-men was broke last week in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay.
Wow. I mean, it's eventually going to happen, right? With the technology and the patterns becoming softer and in general becoming an easier game.
Records were made to be broken unless you make it so you can't break it.
Right. I don't know. I mean, what? Eventually someone's going to shoot.
You can't shoot 905 though. 900's it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, I mean, isn't someone going to shoot 1,500? Like, isn't that going to be a thing? Is that not going to be a thing? For one game? You would think eventually, after about 1,000 years. It's going to be 5 two-handers, and 2 of the two-handers are going to be playing the left part of the lane, and the other 3 are going to be playing the right part of the lane in 30 years. I would say 5 lefties, but they would just get in the way of their own transition.
We did that a couple of years ago. We had 5 lefties on our team a couple times.
Really?
With a sub.
Is
We
it
had
different?
Well, we had 4 out of 7 lefties plus a sub, so we had 5. Happened twice. First time we blew it open so perfect, we shot 12-0 the last game scratch.
Nice.
The other time they got so messed up, the only guy who shot 6'10" was the guy throwing it straight off the corner.
Yeah, they can get ugly.
It got filthy. Which can be an advantage. You know, our league here, it's a good 22-team league. You've got some younger bowlers, some older bowlers, in-between bowlers, whatever. So a good mix of people. And, if we throw our 3 lefties out and there's someone with no ball speed on the left side on the other team,
Right.
they're going to get chewed up.
All right, we got game 3 standings. Corbin and Dino leading the way at 331 over. Slawball Yazell, 290 over. Grant and Gray, 275. Gohagen and Horns, 273. Raymond and Haggerty, 263. Hester and Couch, 259. Stone and Hess, 239. Brown and Courtney, 236. Smith and Zaid, 213. Gasson and Anderson, 213, which is a 10th. Rogers and Zuniga, 211. Novak Perez, 210. Glover and Heath, 209. Adams Cook, 207. Higgins and Roberts, 202. Adams Hammond. Brewer Ballridge, Taylor Marsala, Walsh O'Neill, Sanders Cook, Johnson Johnson, Stinger Driscoll, Edwards Thomas, Ogle Lowshetter.
Where are they at?
Baker Sweet. What?
Ogle and Lowshetter. What's their score after 3? Plus what?
165.
Their average
Scores low? I think scores are low. They got to be low. Gotchell and O'Keefe are 40 over. That is less than average.
There you go. The team in Michigan was called the Bunnies.
Nice.
Not to be confused with the berries, which you can buy at InsideBowling.com for a T-shirt.
You know, the Buckets on Deck team still exists. We just haven't used the name in forever. I moved back to Kansas City from St. Louis a couple years ago, and Ryan Council moved to the Seattle, Tacoma area, and Connor Drum moved back to New York. But Eddie Sewinski and EJ Parks are still living on the legacy. They're bowling at Concord Lanes on Wednesday nights with 3 other people. What's that? Man, it's crazy. I didn't even know he had the front 8 and he leaves a 10 pin and they're automatically blaming us, Lee. Isn't that crazy?
I was trying.
It was Lee. Yeah, it was Lee. It wasn't me.
I purposely said nothing.
We didn't even know. I promise. It was my fault. I'll do it. I'll take it.
He's saying that since Adam Barter's not here, that I can be nice to people. I mean, I'm always nice to people. Sometimes I see somebody with a front 8 and it magically goes away. It's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
I'd love to have this 300 sheet,
filled up.
Have a little bit more participation than it does.
Okay, well, we got Chad Roberts with 279 pace going.
Partner 231 for Mr. Higgins. Higgins Aquarium, or Higgy's Aquarium, that was the team that won at USBC's.
I've never even thought of this, I guess, but there are no team names in this.
No.
I like that.
Yeah, it's just.
Because that way you know who they are.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess I never even thought about that. I have a couple of buddies bowling just to the left of 33 and 34, Dallas Baldridge and Chaz Brewer.
Yep.
Dallas Baldridge shoots 259, Chaz Brewer 153. It's unfortunate. But they're from Kansas City. But there was a tournament there last week, a doubles tournament at Summit Lanes, and they ended up winning the whole thing.
Okay.
So they're on a little bit of a run, which is pretty cool.
Bowl holiday doubles every year.
Yeah, they do. Oof.
Only cost them 1 pin, but it's like, let's get off this lane. 223 for Matt Sanders. Saw him on a show not too long ago.
Been on a couple shows. He's the guy who lost to Simonson when he threw back up. It's kind of it's. I wish all tournaments were on live TV. It'd be more notoriety, but. Matt Sanders last year at the World Series struck out in the 10th to make the World Championship show, and he had shot like 190 the previous game before the last game, and he starts off the last game like spare strike, spare or something, and then he actually just struck out. He went page.
There you go.
To get in by a couple pins over Bill O'Neill. That was when Bill O'Neill was he finished 6th in the World Championship that year, and then during the stretch of majors in February, he finished 6th in 2 of them. And he went on like this stupid run of just finishing 6th all the time. Which, like, it's crazy because finishing 6th at a major is really hard to do. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain the amount of difficulty it is to finish 6th, but it is very hard to do. And he just did it 4 times out of 5. and he got pretty much no notoriety for it. You know, he didn't make TV, so the random 150,000 people that watch those shows didn't see you there. You know, even though you get 4 out of 5, 6 places, you deserve some notoriety. You get virtually none. So.
Sanders finished 223, Cook 04. Higgins 260. See, he didn't even double in the 10th.
I know.
You know, if you're going to give us some grief for,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know,
He would have
for-
missed anyway.
Yeah, he didn't even punch. 269.
Dan Higgins striking out. We're 231. Put them 500 on the nose. It's a good score. I can't remember where they were in the standings. Let's look that up.
After 2 games, they were in 8th.
And after 3 games, they were in 15th. So they had a
Okay.
bad game.
Well, I had a good one, so. Bumps back up the lineup. How about
So that gets them to 300 over.
I don't know how to do this.
Do what? What are you trying to do?
We're going to move it to game 5. Go to a little plus sign here. And don't know which one's which.
Isn't it overlays?
I don't know. I don't want to break it. We're going to be on game 5 now. Just take my word for it. Unless Brad can figure it out.
Let's work on this here.
That's all right. Not a big deal.
Uh-oh. No. What did that do?
You didn't do anything yet.
Okay. I don't want to do this anymore. Can I delete this?
Yeah.
Delete shot?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, just get that. Just hit that arrow and there we
Oh.
go. You're back to where we were. Game 5.
Flanagan, if you're listening, come out of out. Yep, I got nothing. Yep, we're in game 5.
All right, we have. Where are we? We have Tammy Walsh and Chris O'Neill. We have Mike Bugrin and Frank Lorenzini. On 35 and 6, Kent Sherfree, David Waswo, Chris Taylor, and John Marsala. Adam Barta is scared of me.
Yes, he is.
Adam Barta, at the sight of me,
Mike,
crumbles up with fear.
we need you. We messed everything up.
What's wrong?
Were you listening to us?
I was for a little bit. You just need a new game thing, right?
Yeah, we couldn't find it.
Yeah, no problem. So here's what we're doing. Lee, you're getting a break. And I'm bringing in O'Keefe.
All right, well, I'm going to grab a water real quick.
And
so-
then Brad gets a break. And I'm going to bring in another guest because I just got a break, and we're all going to take breaks.
Well, now Brad's gone, so I'll be right back. So show me what you just did. Hang on. And then
All I
leave.
did was press the plus button here,
I did that.
and it goes out to the add media file.
I didn't do that.
You go out to the desktop, and you find the number.
Well, yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. So we're in game number 5 here now, it looks like.
Boom, just like that.
So, yeah, I was just going to give you a game break,
All right.
Lee.
See you soon.
All right. Brian, head over to that one. Brad will be back in a minute, and then I'll bring somebody else in. So, yep, just go to that one. Yep, perfect. All right, joining me in the booth, and Brad will be back in a minute. Giving Lee a break is Brian O'Keefe. Brian is very familiar with this bowling center, and because he is, I don't even know your title at McKendree, but we're going to find all that kind of stuff out. And he competed yesterday. So, Brian, welcome to the booth.
Thank you, Michael. Nice to be here.
So, what is the deal with McKendree? How long you been there now?
This is our 5th season.
Man, it seems like just yesterday.
I know, it really does.
Wow. And yeah, you're like the St. Louisan. So I've been gone 5 years from the St. Louis market. Moved to Utah, and I think you came here right around the same time I left.
Yeah, 2014.
I often wonder if I would have stayed in St. Louis, if I would be doing something or being involved with what you and Shannon have going on here, because we'd be in the same neck of the woods, or if we would have collaborated on something.
That would have been fun.
I don't know if you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
it might have happened,
I think there's a strong possibility to that.
I almost worked for Matt here as help, not necessarily running the center, but working here at the center, doing marketing and stuff a couple of times 10, 15 years ago. Like, we almost hooked up and did some stuff, but just never panned out.
Yeah, Matt is a tremendous supporter of our program and does an unbelievable job helping us out. We get tons of lanes, as you can see here. There's tons of signage, and we're branded McKendree all the way through. We just got our latest national championship masking unit down there on 7 and 8, I believe. So that was fun. We just got that Thursday evening. So yeah, it's been a blast. We enjoy the area. Shannon and I just built a house about 7 or 8 minutes from here. So we have a few guests with us this weekend. It's always nice to see people come into.
Yeah.
I can't call it the hometown, but call it the place of residence. And
yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, and I see you guys post game nights and stuff like that, and you guys always got stuff going on over there. So that's cool. And McKendree, when you guys came in, Dennis had really kind of got the program, onto the launching pad, and it fired up the coals and it started lifting off a little bit. And then you guys came in, and talk a little bit about how maybe that happened. Like, these positions were just created for you and Shannon, right?
Yeah, it was actually starting off as one job, and then they actually separated it when we came on an interview for one of us. Shannon and I kind of always thrown around the idea, wouldn't it be cool to go coach a college team? And then we ended up saying, well, who's going to be crazy enough to hire a husband and wife that are going to have to be together 24 hours a day, all the way 12 times of the year?
Yeah.
And we found our crazy, I guess is the best way to put it. Our athletic director is a tremendous supporter of the bowling programs. And so, keeping Dennis on board was a no-brainer. Like you said, he had kind of been the mainstay of the men's program. I think he's in his 10th season now. So he's been a mainstay of the program, and we were fortunate enough just to hopefully help out and bring some new ideas and take the program to another level.
And you guys, so far, the resume, you guys have won how many national championships?
We have won 4 total. Guys have won in 2016 and 2018, and our girls won both the NCAA and ITCs in 2017. We've been fortunate enough to be on the last 7 televised collegiate national championships television shows. 7 consecutive. So I don't know if that's ever been done before, but that's hopefully we can make it 9 here in April. But we got a long way to go before that can come to fruition.
You guys are #1 in the nation right now, right, for the guys?
Yeah, in the power rankings. So
yeah.
power rankings can be a little misleading because it, depending on how many tournaments you bowl the first semester, you may have more points than some other teams. But we've been competing quite well. Won 2 Tier 1 tournaments, and the girls were just voted the #1 team in the country on the NCAA side. So, yeah, it's exciting. It's a lot of fun to get to work with that age bracket of athlete and try and mold them not only as a player, but honestly, more importantly, as a person. It's more of a challenging job as well, but definitely rewarding to see them once they leave. Last year was our first year of having graduating seniors leave the program since we've been here. So we got to work with them for 4 years, and it's a little emotional. It's like your kids. They really become our kids, and watching them move on to hopefully bigger and better things, not only in bowling but in life.
Do want to thank all 600 viewers watching the 2018 Hammer Holiday Doubles. I'm Mike Flanagan. Brad Miller's in the booth. He's been with us all weekend and talking it over with Brian O'Keefe. Are you considered the director of bowling operations?
Director of bowling, yeah. So that
Director
title,
of bowling, okay.
That title really came about because there was a myth that when we were first going to be hired, that was it possible for, if you were a coach of an NCAA program, could you coach a guys team that wasn't an NCAA program? And I said it's a myth because it turned out to be untrue, but at the time there was a little wives' tale, I guess you could say, about whether or not that was feasible to do. So Chuck, our athletic director's idea was, well, if we don't put coach in your title at all, we'll kind of get around that, even if there is a rule stating such, because we couldn't get the interpretation back from the NCAA before they were announcing our hire. So that's kind of where it stands. I oversee both programs, but we really are one coaching staff. Dennis comes and helps the girls when he can. Shannon helps the guys when she can, and like I said, we're all one big coaching staff, but I kind of oversee both programs.
That's cool, man.
On the coaching side, and then obviously the operational side, which is not the fun side.
That part sucks.
It does suck.
That's no fun at all.
It is not.
In front of us on lanes 33 and 34, Brad, we've got, looking up the names here, I don't know everybody. Mike Bugren and Frank Lorenzi. And looks like they're with
O'Neill?
Yeah, O'Neill. Yeah, Chris O'Neill and Tammy Walsh. And on lanes 35 and 36, I know we have Chris Taylor and John Marsala. And it looks like
Waswo.
Yeah, Dave Waswo. And who's he bowling with? I think did he have a last-minute partner switch?
Sherfy? I think that's Sherfy.
Okay. All right, so that's who we have up in front of us, just to get everybody up to speed. All 600 viewers or so that we have.
Guys are banging it out, 600 viewers.
We've been cranking it out. Did you see the title of today's stream of this one?
I did not.
Yeah, so this is the title of it, Brian, right here. You can see it on your screen. That's our title of tonight's stream.
All right, as well it should be.
Yeah, the annexation of Puerto Rico presented by Hammer in Fairview Heights, Illinois.
Yeah.
You know the movie?
I do not, but why isn't it in Spanish?
Good question.
Okay.
It's from Little Giants.
Little Giants.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
So the final play, the nerd kid who can't play draws up all the plays, and he titled it The Annexation of Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And it's one of those where it looks like you're going to hike the ball to the quarterback, but the center just keeps the ball and just runs all the way into the end zone, all the way down the field.
So what's that called?
The Annexation of Puerto Rico.
No, it's not. It's called the Fumblerooski.
Fumblerooski.
From the University of Nebraska Cornhuskers.
All right.
We're the first team to do that in competition under the great coach Tom Osborne, but sorry. Just my alma mater, so I know a little about that play. So that's the annexation of Puerto Rico. Did I pronounce that right? Annexation?
Yeah, annexation, yeah.
Annexation. Gotcha.
So the reason why we did it is for a couple of reasons. We got to laughing so hard that I said, let's just call the next stream instead of, Hammer Holiday Doubles, 8 p.m. or 2 p.m. squad. We just decided to call it this instead. Because we thought for a couple of reasons. One is if we worked for PBA or any of these big conglomerates, Bowl TV or whatever, we would never have the opportunity to actually put that in as a title.
True, you got to follow the company line.
Right, so it's.
Well, this is your company.
Right. That's what we said. So, so we thought, this would be just a cool thing to do, just to do,
And so what's the feedback? Are they liking it?
I don't know. We can ask the chat right now. There were some people that were a little confused, like, what does this got to do with anything? Like, what bowling term is this?
Yeah.
You know, is this like a Greek church and I just don't know what it is, you know, or whatever. But the jury's still out, I think, on the name of this, but it's still cool.
Hey, Brian, you know who Alita Sill is?
Of course.
Dang it. I don't.
So if you were to rank, you know, the top left-handers of all time on the women's tour.
First to $1 million, I believe.
Yeah. Who
on the all lady.
Who would
all
you
women
put
bowling
from
tour.
beginning to end, just off the top of your head, players you know?
On. Are you going to do this to me? Right on the
Would
spot?
you put Alita 1?
I mean, if you look at resumes, she's got to be right up there. Tish, Alita. I mean, when all is said and done, Shannon Plahowski's probably going to be right up there.
Those
That's
first
all I
three.
need to know. That's all I needed to know. Because Shannon came through, and I said she's arguably one of the best, one of the greatest lefties of all time. And I said Alita Sill, Tish Johnson, Shannon Plahowski.
Yeah, Cara Honeychurch from Australia was, she didn't come over
It was a short
for her
run,
whole career.
right? But was very dominant during
tremendous
the time.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned on the feed this morning. I couldn't sleep very well, so I turned on to see my great friend Mike Wolfbowl first game, and you guys were talking about Mike Lichstein, and I almost posted something in the chat, but I was like, well, I'll just talk to him later when I get there. I got to bowl with Michael quite a bit back in the day, and
Yeah.
tremendous.
Good.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, but a crazy human being, like just
Right.
awesome human being. But yeah, he got there a little funky. He said he learned how to bowl by because you mentioned Larry Lichstein, which was his dad, who started the PVA truck, and so he learned how to bowl by being in the motorhome driving from stop to stop. And he's like, I was bumbling back and forth, Mop, and I couldn't stay straight, and so that's how I got the bowl like that. You know, because obviously Mop, right? You know
Yeah.
Mop. Like all East Coast bowlers
Yep.
know Mop.
Yep. Yeah, that video they played had Patrick Allen bowling on it too. It was, I don't know, some doubles tournament probably back in the 90s.
When they
And
made a television show?
He threw it quite a bit different too.
Yeah.
Patrick Allen back then, 25 years ago.
Yeah, PA used to, you know, you got to remember the urethane balls back then, so you know, PA used to really hit up on it quite a bit, like you had to in urethane, and then he was able to transition when resin came out and get it cleaner on the lane, unlike some that weren't able to transition.
Right.
Like myself.
Yeah.
I just kind of kept trying to do the same old thing that worked in 1989 or 1992, and that doesn't work very well these days, so hence why I bowl 9 games a year anymore.
Yep.
Now, Brian, I remember watching you at Strike and Spare lanes up on the hill. It's collegiate match games when they used to just wall them up.
Yeah.
Tony Manna, I think, had the record for quite a while. Or Brian Mano, maybe it was. Can't remember. But similar names. Manna.
Brian Mano, yes.
Yeah.
Throwing a burgundy hammer. Same year. I averaged 248 or something that year, and he broke the record. He averaged like 254.
Dang.
This is great. So I remember being up there, and you were anchoring the University of Nebraska.
Yeah.
For a couple of years at least, right?
Yeah, off and on.
who was all on your team? I always mention the same guy over and over every time I see you.
Yeah, you love how he bowled.
I
so,
did.
you know, obviously being there a few years, we had a few people come through. So I got to bowl with a guy named Larry Stepp my freshman year. And Larry was a great bowler out of
Love
Kansas
that guy.
City, I believe.
One of Brad's mentors,
Yeah,
right?
I bowled this tournament with him the first year I bowled.
Yeah. So I got to bowl with Larry for 1 year. I got to bowl with Tony Manna for a couple years. Got to bowl with Brian Graham, who now works for Brunswick, for a couple years. I got to bowl with Mike Machuga for a couple years. Got to bowl with your favorite Jeff Beasley, who was an unbelievable bowler out of the Carolinas. I don't think he bowls anymore. I'm friends with him on the book face, so I see he's like into like inline skating type stuff now, like speed skating, inline type
That's
stuff.
kind of cool.
Yeah. But he bowled on tour for just a little bit, but awesome physical game.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave anybody out now. Bill Montz, someone who's been in the bowling world for a long time, worked at USBC, worked for EBI for a little bit. Now
AMF
his pro
as well.
shop. Yeah, AMF. My college roommate, Rob Branco, who's now a cop in the LA area, Southern California area.
Anybody in the chat that's in LA that has a traffic ticket, I want you to request
exactly.
Brian O'Keefe on Facebook. He'll get it fixed for you, okay?
Jeremy Sonnenfeld, got to bowl with Jeremy for a year. Happened to watch him bowl that 900 series when, you know, he was the first one since Glenn Allison to do it.
You
and I was
watched
in
it
the
live?
building. Yeah, it was awesome. He's switching pairs. It was a pro-am with the Nebraska collegiate bowlers with youth players, and so he's switching pairs every game, and which at Sun Valley Lanes, which is where he did it, was not an easy thing to do, going pair. It'd be like here, bowling 900 here, going pair to pair. You know, you never know what you're going to get when you go to the next pair.
Blue
And
Pulse.
Blue Pearl Pulse.
Yep.
Yep. My
Wow.
favorite ball of all time.
Really?
Oh yeah, still got it. Still got 2 of them actually in the garage.
That's pretty cool.
Haven't cracked.
Drill it.
Clear pins, ceramic cores.
Ceramic. I couldn't touch that thing. Wow, sparks would fly if you ever hit that thing by accident. You
That's
drill down
awesome.
into the ceramic core. Well, bad things happen. Stop the drill.
That's pretty straight through the fronts, but it's still like a round shape down lane, you know?
She keeps it tighter than that. It's got no chance of
Yeah, yeah.
If it gets steeper than that, it's gonna hook.
Okay, we're back.
Launch angle that they like. And the preferred launch angle she likes is just impossible to strike. You know, she doesn't like the dead pipe.
All right, everybody, are we back? Looks like we're back. Just want to let you know what happened. We had a some sort of big internet outage. I have to rebuild all the picture-in-pictures and everything, but Brian O'Keefe and Brad Miller are still here with us.
Yeah, we kept talking for about 20 minutes there, Mike.
I
Gentlemen,
know.
I'll
Mike didn't let us know.
I'll let you guys resume. We are going into game number 6 now. I know there's no scoreboards or anything, but I'll get all those rebuilt again. It'll take me a minute.
Oh, yeah. That's what you mean by pictures or the scoreboards. Oh, man.
Yeah, look, this is all I got right here.
Yeah.
So then I've got this right here. So
All right.
I'll get it all built. You guys keep talking about traveling around the world, bowling, all the different stuff, and I'll get everything rebuilt for everybody, and then we'll check in on the chat.
I think the thing I was going to say next was it's hard to explain to people that when you go to Belmo's pair, when you're bowling on tour, if you go to Belmo's pair, depending on the pattern, but there's 2 things you got to worry about. You got to worry about going to it, and then you got to worry about coming off of it. You know, and that's just something you don't experience anywhere else. Just that one guy alone. I mean, if the fronts are light, if there's light oil in the fronts, and that guy's either throwing a little bit of surface or urethane, one or the other, it doesn't matter. The transition is just drastic. And it's like, okay, I got to go to it. And a lot of times it's like a big move left. And now you got to like try and manipulate some kind of rev rate to try and get it to go through the pins. And then you got to come off of that. And if they're hard and you're not super sharp at the moment, and there's just a lot of variables that go into play that you don't have to worry about 95% of the time.
Yeah, and I would think especially if he started there and got to practice.
Oh, yeah.
For 15 minutes or whatever, it's going to make it even more drastic.
He does that stuff too. Didn't one show it was a shark show, long pattern, and the 30 minutes of practice they got before the show started, he threw urethane, and no one shot 200 on the show. What I think something like that, and he ended up winning the title match against EJ Tackett. EJ shot 140. He just made him impossible just throwing urethane.
Sure.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the game is, it's definitely different. Like I said, it's a constant battle with the laws of physics and trying to get your ball to do the right thing. I know it's a saying that people use, but what it really means is trying to get your ball into the right phases of ball motion at the right time, skidding the right distance, getting into the hook phase at the right time, and then hopefully rolling through the pins. That's something that people talk about a lot, but I don't know if a lot of people know truly, what that means to get your ball to roll through the pins. And sometimes, all it just has to be off the smallest amount, and you can't strike. It's literally impossible. It's ring 10, half 10, 4 pin, swisher 7. And some people at home will say, well, geez, I just couldn't carry today. But there's a reason why you're not carrying.
100%.
And it's what makes the best bowlers in the world so great is they can recognize that and say, I'm just going to beat my head against the wall if I continuously do this shot after shot after shot. So they make those small little adjustments with ball speed or rev rate or hand position, or sometimes just changing bowling balls.
Which is a big part of it nowadays too.
Yeah, for sure. Personally as a coach, I think a little bit too much. What we try and teach here with the college program, or what I try and teach the Junior Team USA program is, you can be a versatile player and you can do it yourself. You don't always have to just go to the bag for a new ball, because if you can do a few different things, you know, if you only have a 6-ball arsenal that you can take to a tournament, well, you can turn those 6 balls into 24 balls strictly by being versatile with the variables that you impart to a bowling ball.
Right.
You know, you impart 4 things to a bowling ball. You impart ball speed, you impart rev rate, you impart rotation, axis rotation, so that's the direction the ball is rotating off your hand, and then you impart axis tilt. So that's also the direction, but on a different plane. So it's on the vertical plane versus the horizontal plane.
Right.
So those are the 4 things you impart, and if you can adjust some of those or all of them, tilt's really hard to change. It's just kind of more of your makeup of how your release naturally likes to come out of the ball. But ball speed, rotation, and RPM, being able to change those things, you know, it can make that 6-ball arsenal turn into a 24-ball arsenal. But yeah, the modern game with just go to the bag for a new one.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, sometimes you do have to do that, but I think sometimes too many people just rely on that, and you know, they've lost the touch of being versatile and having touch. You know, it's just about give it everything you got every shot, and if it's not working, either wait for it to start working or just keep changing balls until you find a ball that makes it work.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things I found out to do for me personally, and I've been coaching the past year, and I think it's pretty common amongst other people too, is increasing your rev rate without increasing your speed. I think that was one of the hardest things. It took me like a year to be able to do that, man. Because when I went out on tour, I realized that I was going to have to learn how to play big angles. I didn't necessarily have to be great at it, but there's going to come a time where they're flat or the middles are flat or something, and you got to get it going left or right. And it's either I didn't have the rev rate to get it back or my speed was too high, one or the other.
Sure.
So I had to learn how to do one or the other, slow my speed down. But if you just slow your speed down, then you risk your ball not having the power to get through the pins. And then when I tried to increase my rev rate, I overthrew the ball. That was one of the hardest things that I've had to teach myself. It took me forever to do that.
Couple things, guys. Everything seems to be working now. I've got everything rebuilt.
Well, it wasn't too bad.
Also, Chris Lowshutter bowled a 300 while we were away. He opened a present up here.
He got the candle.
Oh, we got a candle warmer.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So just go back and watch last night's stream when Greg Look opened it. It's the same thing. So anyway, I think I got everything somewhat back here under control. 2 more games to go. We'll be back at 7:30 tonight with the top 46 for 5 games. That's what the numbers are.
What game are we in right now? 6?
Yeah, and there's Tom Hess.
Do we have? No, we wouldn't have game 5.
Hess
yet.
is bowling with Andy Stone. Who else do we have here? We've got Gottschall and, of course, Shannon O'Keefe. And we got Raines and Adcock. And these guys, Tommy Barish and
I don't know who his partner is.
Aaron Martin Jr.
Okay.
Hey, what a perfect time. I'm sitting in the booth and
Yeah, they're right
got
in front
the
of you.
missus right here.
You
Maybe
know
I should
what?
critique her game.
Yeah,
or
I was just
something.
going to say that. Like, you know, you do, you know, rep her, right? You are technically her coach, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So currently through today's game, she's how many over roughly?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. And
You
that
know-
is why.
Shannon really struggles on this type of pattern. She kind of always has over the last decade or so. But it's, you know, local tournament in our backyard, a lot of money for first. Might as well give it a whack. She's one of the best women bowlers in the world. But she kind of always struggles on the easier type, a little more cliffed oil patterns. I was talking with Brad before we got back up here. You know, we've tried lots of things to try and get her ball to go through the pins the proper way or give her the most amount of room, but she hits the pocket a lot, but they don't tend to fall over. I think she's not quite straight enough to go really straight, but doesn't quite hook it enough to kind of get it to go coast to coast. So she gets caught in between, and that in between sometimes can be the death.
So you guys got the chat going. John, I know, has a question. I'm going to let Lee come over and take my seat. I'm going to find who the next guest is going to be. Brian, if you'll stick around until the end of this game of Rob and Shannon bowling, then we'll keep this gravy train with biscuit wheels rolling.
My pleasure.
Right.
Good.
It looks like everything's working now. I also want to make sure it's not buffering. So
So John